Welcome to today's design session, where I'm going to teach you 20 principles and 20 steps to the perfect project. In today's design session, we're going to take all the things that we've been teaching you every single month, principle by principle, topic by topic, and we're going to pull them all together to show you how to create the perfect project. But you need to know where to start. Download your PDF, print it up, take notes, and get ready because this train is about to leave the station. Your first step will be to choose your budget. Will it be low, medium, or high? Catherine is an adorable YouTuber. This girl is so smart, young family, and she is showing people how to organize their homes and their closets and to do it in places like the dollar store. Hello! We can kind of move some furniture around and sort of play with it.
Okay.
And then we're going to go shopping at Living Spaces.
Woo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, there you go. When the clients first contacted me, they said, "Can you furnish our new Denver condo?" And I said, "Absolutely." They said, "Great." And their timetable was 3 months. And I was like, whoa. I always ask my clients, okay, so you know what you want me to do. Do you want me to like throw my back into this and design something that I see as a vision, or do you just want me to stick to what you asked me to do? And invariably they say, honey, throw your back into it. We're gonna see. It's been a long time. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay, I got it, I'm in. Number 2, choose your style. I have an exciting thing to tell you that the next design session, you better be here because my daughter Shara and I are going to do a special session just on helping you discover your style. Assess your project or the room that you're going to do. For example, what has to go or can go and what has to stay. Those are important things to know as you're starting out. Here was the one thing they said they definitely wanted to keep. Actually, there were 3 things. Their Persian rug. It was red, white, and blue. Awesome. They also wanted to keep 2 pieces of art. They were like etchings, I believe. Oh yeah, and there's one last thing. Vesper.
Who's the pretty puppy?
Vesper had a chair. It was his favorite chair. It was a leather chair that had been oh so loved. The one thing his mother told me was, you can do whatever you want, but Joey loves his red walls. I was like, red? Really? Like all the walls? I think we're doing very well.
We had a different rug in here that was very like pastel-y blues and pinks. And it was just, the vibe in here was very soft and very feminine. And I don't know, we've just been experimenting and so we tried something a little bit more bold. But we're trying to find that middle ground between masculine and feminine.
So what we want to do first is we want to rid the room of all art and accessories, take everything off,
Okay.
and just get to a clean slate. I just saw the sign.
Yeah.
I was looking out at the view, not at the ground. Number 4, identify your focal point. What wall is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck? What wall do you see when you walk into your room? That's where you want to make your focal point. You're going to use symmetry like I often do, or is it going to be asymmetrical? Those are the decisions you need to make in step number 4. So So this is a case study of a project that we did, and many of you have already seen the videos of this. And I thought, you know what, we'll just use this as an example. Now, here's what you need to know. You enter this room this way. And as you walk into the room, of course, your focal point is straight ahead, that's this. But as you turn, you're gonna see that the main wall that you see is right here. That tends to be a focal point. You wanna make that look absolutely symmetrical if you can, and as a focal point. So Valerie says it's her family room that she's challenged with. So here's the thing, I think this fireplace is certainly a great focal point. Number 5, create for yourself a floor plan. The room that you decide to do is very important, whether it has a conversational area or perhaps emphasizes symmetry. You can do floor plans for your own home by going old school if you want. You can use a graph paper where each square is a ½ inch or an inch or a quarter of an inch. You know what I'm saying? You can also download a certain app. There's all kinds of apps. And there's also the Udemy course, but we'll put a link in your PDF so you guys can go there if you want to, because you can actually learn from myself and Grayson how to do the SketchUp program. Number 6, what about built-ins? Beautiful wood moldings, plaster, sculptures. These are what make a home absolutely fabulous. Right now is the time to consider whether or not you want to have a built-in. And if your budget doesn't allow for a custom built-in, what else can you do?
In this room right here, this is actually the focal point wall. So we took this wall here and we added 2 bookshelves with, like china cabinets. Nice and tall. I got as tall ones as I possibly could. The sofa fits in between the 2, and there's a gorgeous linear painting above the sofa. But do you see how we created this very full, all the way across, all the way up feeling? And that is on our focal point wall. This is the boy's bedroom. And look he's got his desk and and all of his music equipment, and not to mention every guitar ever owned in the world. He even has a air conditioning unit in the window, which of course is one of my favorites. I decided I was going to take his existing closet and turn that into this menagerie of desk stuff, and then move the closet out into the room. And how did I do that? With a hack built-in called the Pax wardrobe system. And that is how Joey's room turned out.
I tried to talk this client into fixing his built-in around the fireplace. This is his main room. It is his family room. And I said, look at this. Over here, you've got this great, display. And then over here, you've got this, what in the world is that? Well, it was originally the built-in that was created for the television. So here was my suggestion. And this is what I said to the contractor. Let's just mimic this side. And once we do that, that is now going to feel cohesive, symmetrical, and quite frankly, beautiful. And number 7, ceiling lights. That is the first subcontractor into a project, the electrician, because he makes a mess of your ceiling and you're gonna have to patch it before you paint. Number 8, address your walls. Regardless of your budget, there are so many creative things that you can do to make the walls in your home really stand out. If budget is an issue, then painting your walls is always acceptable. You can also add wallpaper, and there's so many different kinds of sticky things you can use, like sticky tile. How about if your budget is a little bit more generous? Well, then I would suggest that you use something like the Vaunt panels, like we did at Dorian's Place.
I'm gonna trust you, so you just tell me what to do.
I love that answer. Wainscot can be applied in an effective way. One thing that I notice is often a problem, I think, in people putting wainscot in their home is they get their proportion wrong. I like to have a lot more wall above my wainscot than below. So if this wainscot had come up here, which you see people do a lot, it would have cut the wall in half. This way we continue to keep that extra height, that feel of space going up. And wood-looking tile, like a reclaimed wood-looking tile wood wall. They even make reclaimed wood with an adhesive back that you can stick on a wall. It makes a great backdrop for a bedroom. Taking it up a notch in your budget, well, you can always use brick on your walls, stone on your walls, something like this, those mosaic tile. This is amazing. It is a little more costly, well, actually a lot more costly, but can make a phenomenal focal point for any room in your home. Number 9, it's time to address the largest surface in any room, and that is your floors and your ceilings. Do you know what you're going to do on those floors? How about those ceilings? Well, a lot of it has to do with your budget level. Are you low, medium, or high? Well, let's take a look at some ideas and some inspiration of things that you can consider. The topic of flooring is very detailed, of course. I mean, it includes wood flooring, tile flooring, area rugs, wall-to-wall carpeting, tile that looks like wood flooring. And there's all kinds, there's even linoleum, and which few people use anymore. There's even something called luxury vinyl planks that have become one of my favorite things. When you go to buy flooring, you're gonna be able to find out the care and the instructions and all the kind of stuff that goes behind flooring from an expert in flooring, whether it's wood floor, tile, concrete, bamboo, carpet, wall-to-wall carpet, whatever, there are experts out there. What I'm an expert in is how to select the right stuff for your house, how to put it in the right direction and make it look cohesive and amazing, even if you have to combine different flooring pieces. We have done this, personally have done this wood to wood tile combination so many times. It is so good. This is the best one I've ever done. Why did we do it there? A family room's not a wet location. Usually you wouldn't put tile in a family room. Well, here's why. Because right outside that family room, these are lift and slide doors that literally disappear into the wall and take you to an outdoor living space. The outdoor living space absolutely had to be wet type material. So the tile was perfect. So to transition from the outdoor area and on into the family room, it just felt like that tile was the right thing to do. It also went into the kitchen, into the kids area. It was the perfect solution for a wet-dry combination home. And look at the ceiling. Have you noticed the ceiling? The ceiling is shiplap, guys. White shiplap that not only comes in here, but it goes outside. Number 10, it's time to button up the walls. You can drywall, patch, and repair and get it ready for paint. But remember, don't pick your paint color yet. Just be ready. Let's go on, now that you have your foundation set, and go on to the next 10 steps to completing and executing the perfect project. Now there are 10 steps to executing the perfect project. You gotta prepare. You got the measurement for that? We need to take this with us because it's your sofa and we're gonna need to know that. And then I'm gonna get a nice picture of your rug. For a credenza piece, their current piece, and I write down current because that's what we have to go by in reference. All right, I'm going to take a picture of this to take as a color source reference. get inspired. Get inspired by something. Now for me, it's often a piece of artwork, or it is a decorative pillow, meaning some great fabric on a pillow. And a lot of times it's an area rug. I actually really like this piece. Now, you'd have to have the right room and you have to really like color, but if you do, that's a pretty striking piece, isn't it? Number 3, go furniture shopping. And remember, size matters. Take your measurements with you. I think, as far as I'm concerned, we're ready to go. Okay, this is 66, so it's actually smaller. So that helps, doesn't it? If you know what your current one is.
Yeah, I do.
I think that's a really cool looking piece.
Yeah, that
But I'm thinking this is pretty expensive.
$8.95.
It's cheaper.
Take a picture!
An area rug is always going to be, if you get a decent one, they're going to be a little more pricey because it's kind of an investment piece. When you are shopping, make sure you have your measurements and your pictures with you so you can compare things together. Have you seen how many times I've looked at my phone? And I'm not texting, I'm looking at photos. Pillows, fabric, and bedding. What more could you need to make your home absolutely you? Your taste, your look, your color scheme. All about the fabric, the pillows, and the bedding. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go and we're just gonna look at pillows and see if, is there anything that stands out to you, that speaks to you.
I can't tell.
Are you over chevron?
I feel like we're over chevron.
Well, that's cute.
That is cute.
Ugly Christmas sweater pillow. So did you see this? If you see something you like, pull it out. We always can put stuff back, but we're looking for inspiration. All right, you guys. So I set up a mock bed downstairs in my home. This area used to be my office, and I thought, we'll put this bed up so we can do some demonstrations for you. I want to start with this. This is called Bed in a Bag. So for $99, you can get this comforter, you can get these 2 standard shams, 2 Euro shams, 5 pieces, and this is reversible, which is kind of fun. And this may be what you have already. And like in my bedroom, how I showed you ways that you can take what you have and just add to it. Just because you buy something that's a bed in a bag doesn't mean you have to stick with everything you bought. This looks like you.
Ooh, I really like
Yeah, I really like
Okay, good. Look at what we were able to do at my son's place for a very small budget. If you're on a medium budget, you can change it up a little bit. We bought these things at Macy's Home. Now, it's beautiful because it's all about texture, not so much about color, but about the texture, the softness. If you've allotted a little bit more in your budget, remember you can always do custom when it comes to your bedding. I often select my fabrics individually and pull them together. Look at how beautiful a bedroom can look when you're going custom. Every fabric is selected individually from one room to the other. They're all different and they're all uniquely that client. You see how the fabrics go from the comforter to the throw at the end of the bed. They even tie into the window treatments and the throw pillows. The art, everything is pulled together, but it starts with your favorite fabrics. I'm going to keep in mind one of our subcontractors who asked me to help him with his family room. That will help me make my selections and you'll see how the process works. Number one, he's a guy. Robert does not want this to look like a chick's house. He doesn't want anything too precious. No velvet, I'm thinking, yeah. Number two, he has cats. So hair is going to stick to this sofa, which is why I probably wouldn't go with a dark charcoal or a dark anything, because that hair is going to show. Number three, he has teenage daughters who live with him, and this family room is where they do all of their living. So it needs to be super comfortable, ready for watching television, and it's got to be easy to clean. So while you're shopping, keep in mind what's important to you, just like I'm keeping in mind what's important to Robert. So let's try this blue combination, kind of California tropical. So this is our hippie option. Here's another option that maybe takes away from this little slightly more feminine look. So that I think looks great. So if he wants a lighter color sofa, this might be a really good option. Take a look at this room. It's a guest room with 2 twin beds. The client wanted a really warm, autumny color palette. This was my hero fabric. This is where I started. I loved this fabric. It was very expensive, so we only used it at the end of the bed, and that's a trick. When it comes to fabric, it doesn't have to be the most expensive part in your house. In fact, it's usually the least expensive. But if you have something you find and you absolutely love it, use it sparingly. I found a chair in this beautiful green velvet, and that was like a pop. Of course, your inspiration is established way earlier in this process, right? But at this point, you want to take the inspiration pillow and add the things to it. Take a look at what I did with the one pillow I found from my own living room. I thought that was really pretty. It tends to be very expensive and when you buy the fabric, like if I buy it from Krabbit or something, but they had these at World Market. I thought that the light color here was pretty good with the white, and that little bit of blue and aqua and sort of gray tones with the green, kind of nice. What do you think? So what I think this living room needs is color. I love that pillow, so I'm going to take that pillow when I go shopping, and I'm going to find colors that go with it. Turns out it was the hero pillow for the entire living room. While you're shopping for pillows, if you are on a moderately priced budget, it'll allow you to go to even more stores, more options. I love this ethnic kind of tribal look that we used in Jimmy's Place. To that, we added leather and other textured fabrics. I know a lot of people love these tribal looking pillows, and they've been in style and trending for a long time. And I love the fact that you took that look and you've added to it to make it your own. And you've taken it to the next level.
Yep.
Right? And that's what I think that's a great thing to encourage people to do. And when you get into the high end, you can customize your pillows. Take a look at this fabric that I used in a family room a number of years ago. I loved this fabric. This was the fabric that we started with. This is what started this whole thing. Do you see these colors? It's got the grays, the browns, and this fabulous orange. Just remember, we have an entire episode on nothing but throw pillows, and it's an amazing episode. I've been known to find inspiration from an area rug. Starts the whole room. Wait till you see the blue room. Look what's on the floor. So pretty. Washed in this blue, kind of worn, and it's amazing. Look at it. So it sets that backdrop, that pace. Number 5, it's time to add the treatments to the windows. And you know what I say, it's not about the windows, it's that we dress the walls. So go ahead and add those window treatments to your room. Do you remember how when we went to buy these, they didn't have enough of the long length? And I love this length because it goes to the ceiling and it just dusts the floor. Well, we bought one panel shorter. So now is when we're gonna put that second panel on, and I'll show you why. See, this is the short one. It's high waters, but guess what? It goes behind there.
No one's the wiser.
And basically, if you gather them up, and you know, put them in their pleats
Okay.
like this, and then hold them down and steam them, and then come down and do the next.
Okay. All the way down.
Yeah, all the way down. It'll create some sort of pleating in both rooms.
Okay.
I love my window treatments. It's this really pretty fabric, and then I did blue banding in linen on either side. So very skinny window treatments for skinny windows, but it beautifully balanced out and framed this space above the headboard. Look at these window treatments. They are striped, yes. And if you look up close, you're gonna see the details. I laid this fabric out and I pinched and pleated 6 different options to come up with this one, and I love it. I think it turned out so great. I wanted the blue to really stand out and the camel to be like the, well, take a look up close. They're amazing. Number 6, now's the time to add lighting. Of course, I love pendant lights, chandeliers, table lamps, floor lamps. Whatever you do, remember to add lighting. There's nothing like a pair of floor lamps to create this beautiful symmetry like I did in my son's place one Christmas.
You know, when I look around at all that we've done, I think probably one of my favorite zones or areas is the art wall in the living room. As I just stood back last night and looked at what Emily and my mom and I have sort of created by adding a pair of lamps and really framing out that art wall.
It's my favorite spot in the house, probably.
A medium-sized budget would be shopping at someplace like Pottery Barn or maybe a local lighting store. Remember this when Catherine and I went shopping for 2 pendant lights to go over her dining table? Not a lot of money, but boy, big impact.
When it comes to investing in a place, I love the dollar store. Like, I get so excited when I go in there. But that doesn't mean that I only buy things that are $1 or only things that are $2. Because what are the places that's worth investing in your home? Is a pair of great lamps amazing and something you want to have in your house? Like, I want to know that stuff and how to do it in a way that's beautiful and timeless and awesome.
You might want to do what I do, and that's called lighting layering. In this case, we used floor lamps, table lamps, ceiling lights, and an uplight on the ground. Let me show you how it works. The floor lamps that I used in a pair because I love symmetry and I thought this gave a great impression. In the ceiling lights, I used can lights as well as spotlights. If you don't believe me, just watch this. Oh. Where'd the art go? That's why we put spotlights on all of our art. And we use lighting in the bookcase. This is one of the things that I'm known for is when I do a built-in, most of the time I light every single shelf because that's what gives this life. Let me turn the lights off and show you the difference. Stay right there. What do you think? Boring. Exactly. In this case, I actually even added sconces to the surface.
Now I'm gonna ask you a really guy question.
Yeah.
Will I be able to see my TV still?
You said fine, you win, but it feels like I didn't win anything.
Sometimes when it comes to lamps, I love to do a pair. A pair looks amazing behind a sofa. Sometimes it looks great on a credenza. It looks great all the time, especially in a bedroom.
We burn out to nothing, we're watching the flames.
This, a lot of people have this showing to the world, and guess what? That is a seam. Just hold this tight and rotate that, and it'll be back against the wall. Looks so much better, and it's so simple. In this living room, a pair of pharmacy lamps on either side of the sofa just encased that space, added light, and added architectural structure. And of course, my own favorite high-end, gorgeous light fixture of my entire career as a designer would be the La Jolla Project.
From now till eternity, like you see on the TV screen.
Now, it's not likely that a lot of you will be able to do that, but for those who can, you should.
And if this was a movie scene, it'd
Number
be
7, it's time to add the charm, the personality to your home. And how do we do that? With accessories. When you are accessorizing, remember to use botanicals. Often we use fresh plants and fresh trees, but if you can't or you're not in a good climate for that, go ahead and use artificial.
I mean, that's a wow. That's a really unexpected, cool thing. Love these doors. Wait till you see this.
Hey, Orson. Well, come here. Come here. Come here, Orson. Orson. Are you done? Well, that was a short shopping trip. Number 8, and we're almost finished. Speaking of finishes, now's the time to select finishes for your hardware. Do you need drawer pulls and knobs? Do you need doorknobs? What kind of hardware are you going to use and what finish? Like I look around here and I see copper, and I see nickel, and I see quarter. Is that a finish? I was looking at door handles for another project, the beach house. Pretty?
Perfect match.
Do you like that one with it?
Very much.
Oh, let's see. I want this. I'm gonna put a towel over it that way. And then I want toilet paper holder here, towel bar here, and I want this hook. This is the coolest hook, you guys. Look at this. Number 9, it's time to install everything. Everything is delivered to your home and you place it exactly where it's supposed to go. It's gonna look fabulous and you know it. Rug coming through, rug coming through. So I like to get started with my window treatments immediately, like on day 1. These will have to come forward so our window treatments can go behind, but Mike, do something. Show me what you got. Because if there's any issues, we have time to get them straightened out before we have to reveal.
oh 17. I know what you mean.
An electrician! Woohoo! Yay, it's down already. It feels better.
Where am I going with it?
Wherever you would like. Put it in your car.
No.
Love turns into fear, and it won't just disappear.
Got a little more gray. Got a little more tan. It's turned out so great. Isn't that cool? We're on day 9 of our 12-day install here in the Del Mar area. We're trying to get everything done by tomorrow night. That's our goal, so that Thursday we have the day to photograph. Can you do that for me? You're trying. Okay. Up, up, right there. Oscar, thank you. Let's look at your piece of furniture. I didn't even know you knew how to do this. And where are my blocks? Did you bring my blocks?
Yes.
Dun da da da. You are amazing. Do you sleep? Hello, hello. Hey guys, guess what? Day 2. You saw us do all the shopping, and today the furniture is arriving, and I am so excited because this living room is indeed going to get a fresh start.
What a sweet, sweet man.
Like that.
He's a sweet, sweet man.
Wow. And Jason, we're gonna put a tree in this corner.
But I would do it again.
I like it being there because it's offsetting this super, it's a very odd fireplace.
But I would do it all again.
I think there's someone DJing this music right now? Under pressure.
We've actually been working for 5 days on this install. We've stayed every night. The last 3 nights in a row, I've been here until midnight. Not kidding. It's a lot of work. But it's a labor of love, and it's what we do in order to bring the house to completion. There has been many problems. There have been things that have broken. There have been things that have not arrived. Where's the towel? Do we have a towel rod? We don't have a towel rod.
Restoration hardware order.
There's been all kinds of things, but you know what? It happens in every job. One way or another, it's an issue you have to deal with. So what do? You make the best out of it. Have you seen these? They're like leather. We've had a great time here at the Desert Rose Inn. We've been in town for 4 days and we leave in an hour.
I remember you as you want me to. No regrets, so I really do. Care for you. You're my remedy. No more.
But now if we had the 2 nightstands here, that very well may make that look like a headboard. Here we are. This is D-Day. This is the last full day we have for this install, and we have a lot to do. And then we could put in flour, sugar, and rice. We are at the last of the 10 days of install. Number 10, it's time to celebrate, and it has been one crazy ride, has it not? But all the hard work is going to pay off once that install is complete, and it's time to reveal your home. Congratulations.
Hello.
Hi, can you believe we did it?
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, we're done.
What makes me feel it?
You think we're ready?
Yes.
I do too.
You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in.
Welcome to your new home. How are you, Rose?
Exciting. Oh my God, this is so fun. I'm not gonna cuss on the camera.
I'm here to live.
I love having my piano here and the fact that you were able to work with it because it's really sentimental and important to me.
Sure.
And,
And you play.
I do.
You keep blowing me out. I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt?
All right, so here we're gonna go. You ready to see your new bedroom?
Yeah.
This is the new one.
Oh!
Do you like it?
I love it.
I got to do a reveal. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Oh my gosh.
Do you see this?
That is so amazing. Wait, slow down.
Oh, okay. Slow down.
Still rolling the dice.
Do we love it?
Oh
That's exactly what Rebecca said.
She actually bought these thinking, well, we'll use them for the video and then I will DIY them. I'm like, how are you going to DIY that? She's, I'll buy frames. I'm like, you're going to buy 18 frames and put 18 pieces of mirror in there?
See, this is why
Good
I love
luck.
her.
You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in.
Oh, you like the TV okay?
Yeah.
I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still?
Not just French doors and not just sliding doors, but doors that literally makes this into an indoor, outdoor room. And look at that. That was the piece of art that I started with and then decided the color scheme out here from that. The hot pink orange and then black and white.
I'm making $35 for this, and the way you've lit this, Rebecca, looks like I spent $1,000.
This is like not even the same space.
And then in the daytime, this is a mirror.
Yeah.
Which kind of gives you the impression that is symmetry. And that mirror reflects this window. So when you're standing over there looking in here, it really does look like two windows.
Oh, and I love the lamps. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Holy
Holy crap.
Watch me. Just follow every move.
Fantastic.
I love that.
I don't have to tell them that
Really
we were
pretty.
up until 11 p.m. making sure that this all came together.
Yeah, we don't need to tell you that.
All we need is now.
Rebecca, she's gonna die.
Wow.
She is gonna love this.
We got the whole night. Feel you
I'm never leaving my house again.
It's so awesome.
not
real. This is not happening.
Don't wait for too long.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're so
It's
welcome.
my favorite drink.
We're right where we
Should I
mean-
take them away?
I mean, they fill up the space fine, but I would leave them. I think they're cute.
No, serious.
Yeah, take them out.
That is amazing. Everything I look at is like, oh, that's my favorite, but that's just amazing.
All the way here and helped, oh my gosh, and helped us create this room. It is so beautiful, and I feel empowered to be able to go and take this in other areas of my house. The designer came and I left with a friend.
Oh, thank you so much. It's beautiful.
Just let me feel you slowly, but don't wait for too long.
I mean, I knew it'd be beautiful, but it's like, wow. Yeah, amazing wow factor.
We're right where we belong.
Come over, come
Yeah,
over.
come over. You got to see it in person. But there's this awesome art piece up here.
Okay, we'll be over. Oh my God.
And then check
Bring
these
dessert.
out.
Thanks again, Rose.
Rebecca, you're never gonna leave my house.
I'm not either.
Woo!
Well, guys, have you learned all about the process today? Would you tell me that from this point on, if you were going to start your own construction or remodeling process, you'd know exactly what to do from start to finish? Well, I hope so. I hope you took good and copious notes. What do you think about this background? Do you know what this is? This is the view right outside of these disappearing doors in a house I'm working on in Rancho Bernardo. This entire session today has given you a look at San Diego from one end to the other. Pretty amazing, right? Well, keep watching the design sessions because this fall, you're gonna get to see this house with this view as I come in and do a dining room and family room remodel. So keep your eyes open for that. It's gonna be great. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.